I've actually officially given up. Just walked out of the chiropractor. She's like, yeah, so do you have a boyfriend these days? I'm like, no. And on my little walk to the car, I'm just thinking to myself, like, why is it so hard to find a man these days? Like, I wish I was dating the olden days where, like, guy would just meet you out, see you out, go up to you, ask for your number, you know, you would go on a date, and it was that. Now it's this whole thing where guys are like bitches and scared to come up to you when you're out, or like, don't make moves like guys used to, and then just nothing ever happens because they can't grow the balls to fucking say something to you or ask you on a fucking date. Like, now making a move is liking your story or DMing you. What is that? And I already thought dating was bad, and now I'm on this TikTok where it's like, yeah, dating in New York sucks. All the guys suck. Like, they're all players. I'm like, great. I've just given up.
I'm officially done with dating right now. I deleted my apps, taken a break, but I figured I would share some of my best, worst stories that I have. One weird one was I went on this date for like 7 hours with this guy because we could not stop talking. We were vibing so well. Called him a few days later and he was like, hey, so good to hear from you. I'm in a really loud bar. Let me call you right back. I never heard from him again. He never responded to any message or call I ever sent again. Like, I'm pretty sure he died, but I don't know his last name to find out. After my second date with someone, the guy texted me and asked me to rate our kiss from 1 to 10. And this guy love bombed me so hard. He was like, you're my dream girl. How are you single? Like, I could marry you. Obviously, I felt for all of it. I think I ever heard from him again. Nope. And one guy that I was dating for like a month asked me to give him a ride to the airport. And I was like, okay, sure. Found out he was flying to Ohio to meet another girl. They now have a baby together, so glad I could help.
I am going no contact with men for the next 6 months. I do not want to date at all. I'm not giving out my number. I'm not going on no dates. I don't want to get to know anyone. I'm not responding to no DMs. Bitch, if a nigga want to kidnap me for not giving him my number, take me. Okay? Like, I have never been the type of girl to do too much. Like, I ain't never touched no nigga clothes. I ain't never touched a nigga shoes. I ain't touched a nigga car. Like, nothing like that. But I really feel like the next nigga that play with me, bitch, I'm gonna do you something. So, to keep confusion down, bitch, what is this? November, December, January, February, March. Bitch, until May, don't contact me.
Hey guys, so I am historically known to have, honestly, the worst experiences with men and dating life. So today I decided to make a list of the top things that men have said or done to me via exes and past dating experiences that have made me lose hope in dating and finding a good person in my 20s. So runner up is a time when my ex had Hinge while we were dating, and my friend told me that he was active on Hinge, and I confronted him about it, and he told me that he was preparing the app to delete it with me when I came down the following week. Number 2 is when I was exclusively talking to a man, and he stayed the night one night, and he peed in my bed and all over me, and I woke up soaked in pee. Number 3 on the list is when I went on a date with this man. Such a great date, driving me home. He ended up being racist, and he told me he would not say said word around me because I told him he was racist, and I did not fuck with that. Next up on the list is when I went on a date with someone from Hinge, and he, 1, lied about his height, and 2, asked me to play in mud with him when we were on our walk. Next runner-up is when my ex told me, quote-unquote, I legit can never be happy when I was crying over my mom having cancer. Last but not least, of many, I went on a date recently with a man that thought he was Batman and kept saying in the most monotone voice, I'm Batman. And he was being very serious about it. And he also told me that he used ChatGPT to talk to me via text message. And then when we went on our date, he bought 2 cookies and then asked me if I was going to get in line and buy myself cookies because the cookies were for him. That's a wrap. Few of many, but I will not be dating anymore in my 20s. And this is your sign to delete Hinge because even a new city, y'all.
I give up on dating. Yes, I'm going to stay single. It's a decision I've decided to take because that way I will avoid heartbreak, disappointment, and I'll always be happy. I don't think you understand how many times a day I hear that statement. And to that, I have to say quite a few words. A lady in my community sends me a message and says, "Joao, I've figured it out. I'm going to stay single. I don't think dating's for me because I've been heartbroken too many times and I want to avoid that and I want to work on myself. So I am hereby stepping away from the dating market." So I did what any rational person would do in that moment and I kicked her out of the community. I'm kidding. I didn't do that. Instead, I sent her a very long message, much like the one you sent your ex, telling him how much of a horrible person he is. In the message, I said, "Listen, let's call her Amy. Listen, Amy, when you're a baby learning how to walk, do you take a few steps, fall down, and think to yourself, whoop, I guess walking is not for me? No, you're a dumb little baby. You keep going." You see, the reason why the baby is just able to get up and keep going is because it's not attached to an outcome. Dating has become so frustrating for you because you forgot to have fun with it. Dating is just experiencing new people, but you've become so attached to the outcome of it having to go somewhere that the moment that that outcome is out of your reach, you lose it. Dating becomes frustrating and starting over becomes devastating. Listen, you can't be defeated if you're just there to have a good time. Let go of the expectation that it has to go somewhere and just have fun with it. And don't forget to hit the follow button because,
I'm deleting Hinge again. I'm over it. I went on some dates. I dated some guys. I've officially cleared the roster. We're back to ground zero. Going back to ground zero can be a bit discouraging, can be a bit, disheartening. You're like, we're back here again. I mean, on the bright side, nobody's son was stressing me out this Halloween. I had a lovely, stress-free Halloween. I was not worried about a single man. We've all had a Halloween where we're like checking a man's social media with just pure anxiety. Didn't have that this year. Tonight I went to my friend's Halloween dinner. She did such an amazing job with the setup. You guys, it was actually beautiful, out of this world. I had such a nice night, and not once did I think about the fact I was not there with somebody. On holidays, I feel like that's when we can sometimes feel our singlehood the most, but I actually didn't feel it at all. And I was at a Halloween dinner with so many other couples. There were some singles, but very few. I think there was me and another girl. And I didn't feel left out or like, oh gosh, I wish I had someone. The food was great. The vibes were just, I think I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and delete it again. I'm happy I was back on it for a minute. We went on some dates with some men. Now it's ground zero. I'm over it. I'm gonna take off the rest of this makeup, read a book, and go to bed, but happy Halloween. Oh, spooky.
And I ain't gonna lie, I'm done with the dating shit, but I'm tired of going on dates. I'm tired of the same conversations, the what you doing, tell me about yourselves. I'm tired of people being inconsistent. I'm tired of putting in effort. I'm going back to the streets, because that's where I was at before, and I tried to step out and get to know people, and feel like that was my biggest issue. Just was not taking enough time to try to get to know people. And it's like, now I remember why I didn't want to do this shit in the first place. So, I'm good on folks, bro.
No, because people in relationships, when you're telling them, like, it's hard to meet men and hard to meet somebody, they'll be like, oh my God, like, just, have you gone to the grocery store? Like, have you ever taken a class? Have you ever done a hobby ever? Like, do I go outside and do things I like? Yes. Yes, I do. Guess what? I do all those things you're saying that I'm like, oh my God. Why haven't I ever looked for a man where I go often in person? Of course, like, it's rough out here. It is rough out here. And in this days of social media, no one is talking to each other in person. So, like, we have to make an active effort. But, like, it's people in relationships. You're lucky. You found someone. But guess what? It's not easy. Especially if they've been in a relationship for a long time. Then they're like, oh my God, have you heard of dating apps? I'm like,
Hi, I'm in a shitty mood because I'm a 30-year-old trying to date and it's just painful. Did you eat something? Fucker. I'm feeling rather annoyed right now, and whenever I feel annoyed, I feel like I need to pop off on something, and that something is usually TikTok. So I feel like when it comes to dating, I've been very chill and calm when it comes to my old like set of standards that I held for myself. I'm like, okay, I need like, what the fuck? I need like really high standards. Like I have high standards, and I do. But I feel like with dating, like I've kind of like realized to calm down a little bit in certain areas where I've been so high and mighty and tight with like certain things that you need to have. And I've like been relaxed on that, and I'm still just like not seeing or like feeling how I feel like I'm supposed to be feeling. And it's just like kind of upsetting because I'm like, okay, not that I'm lowering my standards. I just feel like I'm like opening up a little bit more and like growing up, realizing that maybe certain things that I used to think were like negatives are actually positives, and I don't know how to navigate it. I'm in this weird limbo of like trying to grow, trying to learn, and you know when you make excuses for someone in your head and then you kind of calm yourself down and then you're like, do I need to be making those excuses? I'm just feeling defeated because it's really hard to like start over time and time again. And again, you know, when open yourself emotionally up to dating, I don't know.
Am I the only person who really struggles with casual dating? Like, I have tried it because everyone is telling me in your 20s, it's just nice to meet a ton of different people. And I went on a date last night. The guy was fine, he was nice and stuff, but like I don't really think I would want to see him again. And now I'm just like, what was the point of having this conversation for a few weeks and hang out? And I just think there could be a better use of my time. But I still want to meet people. It's just like I want to meet someone I actually have a connection with, that we can bond and talk, and it's more than just like a one night thing. But anyways, casual dating is not for me. Just like don't think I can do it, and I don't think I'm going to do it anymore.
I've got terrible news for everybody. I don't know if y'all have heard or not. I actually just found this out. I was on Hinge and I was thinking, you know what? All the people that are my age don't seem to want a relationship right now. They just want to do fuck shit and mess around and not fall in love with nobody. And if they do, they want to break your heart after 8 months. Whatever. That's a whole different story. So what I was thinking, I was like, maybe I should just change the age preference, right? So I'm like, okay, let's bump this up a notch to 30 years old and up, right? Okay, I'm 23. Maybe that's a stretch. I don't know. But let me tell you what happens. I change it to 30 and up. I go through a couple of things. I'm like, wait, what's going on here? The pickings are a little slim. So I'm like, all right, I won't give up on it yet. I spend an hour or so like swiping through it or whatever. You know how you do. And found absolutely nothing. Not that, whatever, just whatever. You get what I'm saying. It's like the pickings got slim, so I had to revert back to going, back to my age. My point in saying this is I think that when we get 30 years old, if we are not already booed up, we probably are not ever going to find true love. And if we do, we're dating Fiona or we're dating Shrek. It's whatever it is, right? For the girls, I'm sure the pickings are slim on the guy's side. This isn't supposed to be a sexist thing. So don't you do that. It's just, I think if we don't fall in love now, then all the good ones are going to be scooped up and ran off with when we're 30. And I don't know what to do with myself right now. My hands are like shit. I don't know how I ended up here, right? It's like you fall in love with somebody and you're like, oh my gosh, this is great. And then they just break your heart. Like randomly, right? I'm dating this girl 8 months. Oh my gosh. And then shit literally poof, gone. Whoa, gone. And they, okay, sick. How do you avoid that? Well, okay, maybe you should just date somebody that's a little bit older that knows, hey, whenever you lose something good, you can't get it back. So now they're ready to settle down. Everybody's ready to settle down is getting booed the hell up right now. I'm wondering where y'all are finding them. And if you're finding them somewhere where I don't know where they're at, we have an issue and you need to tell somebody and quit. You need to quit trying to, hide that from everybody and gatekeep, because this is too much for me to handle.
I'm so worked up right now. I just got done with a walk with my girlfriend, and her boyfriend just broke up with her because of her age. He gave her no explanation but said, look, you're turning 32 soon, and I know that's a undateable age, so I just don't want to waste your time anymore. Mind you, this man is 35 years old. Audacity these men have these days blows my mind. I am 31 years old, and my dating life has only gotten better. Ladies, do not be afraid of turning 30. It only gets better. You understand yourself more and you know what you are looking for. And any measly man that is going to tell you that you are 32 and undateable is undateable. He is a walking red flag and probably has so many insecurities. Honestly, probably has a small dick. So, peace.
A universal issue I think most women are going through right now is that men have stopped asking women out. And this is obviously only applying to like heterosexual people. I'm a straight woman, so I don't know what it's like dating as a lesbian, bi, gay, pansexual person. However, I'm going to speak from my own experience as a heterosexual woman. So I thought it was a me issue that I was never getting asked out. Like, I've never been asked out in any other situation but a club. I thought that was me. I thought I was either just like not attractive enough or just gave off the vibe of like, do not speak to me or you're dead. I was listening to a podcast today and a girl was saying how all of her friends that are single have not been asked out. They've always done the asking out. And I think this is just like a thing now. There's this man's TikToks that have been coming up on my For You page quite a lot, and he's like, guys, this is how you ask a girl out. And he's in London and he's just going up to girls and he's going like, oh, like, I really like your outfit. Are you single? Do you want my number? Let's go for a coffee. As simple as that. Like, literally, so like nice, kind, considerate, respectful, not screaming at them from across the street, catcalling them, not getting offended if they say no. And all of the comments shocked me. All of these guys are like, I never knew that's how you asked a girl out. I didn't know you asked girls out like that. Like, oh, I'm going to use this now. Like, I'm so scared of asking girls out. I didn't know this was a thing. And it's making me realise that I do generally just think men aren't asking women out anymore. And women, because of the way my generation have been brought up, is that you don't ask a guy out. That looks so desperate. We have no other choice. We literally have no other choice. To be fair, I have never asked anyone out. I've asked for somebody's number once in a club as I was leaving. And to be fair, I did get it. But nothing ever come of it. And that's the only time. I, again, would be scared to do that. And when I think about it, I'm like, men, I don't know how your brains works. But I can imagine it's very similar to ours. It's like you're scared that you're either going to get rejected. I also think there's an extra layer now for men if they're worried that if they are a decent guy, that they're going to come across as like harassing or like being too sexually inappropriate, which, unless you are being sexually inappropriate, it's unlikely that that's going to come across. But I understand why some men protect women's boundaries, and I think that's incredible and amazing. I do think it's putting this barrier in place of like, men aren't asking women out, women aren't asking men out, so unless it's like a very purposeful meet up on a date with a dating app, which we all hate, let's be real, or you're getting introduced by a friend, or you're in a club, which clubs aren't really a thing anymore, like clubs are going bust. How are you supposed to meet people? And that's why so many people my age are single. I think I've said these statistics in a video before, but more than ever, men in their early 20s are not having any sex because they're not dating, because I think that then creates this whole incel culture, because when I've watched documentaries on incels, they're mainly men that are, in their own words, I'm going to be careful what I say because I don't want anyone to come for me, they're men that struggle to attract women. And I also think the issue is men have these really high expectations of what women should look like for social media. But vice versa, women have very high expectations of what they think an average man looks like. Because of this, you have all these really attractive people. Everyone's sat in like the mid to attractive category, not like drop dead, everyone turns in a room. Don't get any attraction. But then saying that, I've seen people on this app who are like the most beautiful women in the world saying they're not getting any male attention. And I think it's because men are scared to go up to women. But equally, women are scared to go up to men. Okay, what are we going to do to sort this situation? I do actually find it quite scary and concerning because firstly, we have a generation of loneliness, which is sad. And that's going to cause like suicide increasing, mental illness increasing, hate behaviour like incel behaviour, because it comes from a place of hurt and miseducation. But we're also going to have less children being born, less marriages, less relationships, more unhappiness. It's just going to be a really sad society. Like, I love love. I love romance. I love love. I love the idea of like courtship. I love it all. And it just makes me sad that like less and less people are experiencing that. More and more people are spending their 20s and late teens single, alone, in the house, not meeting people, not building confidence, not learning social skills, not learning boundaries. And actually, I think what this guy is doing, I don't know his art, is actually incredible, because from the comments it is giving men confidence. I do think just going up to somebody and saying, hi, like, you look nice, like, sorry if this comes off weird, but I think I really like your style, or you've got a really nice energy, or a really nice vibe. Like, you make it less about the physical appearance. Are you single? Do you mind if I grab your number and we can go for a coffee? So chill, there's no expectations put on it. It's not like creepy and weird. And especially if it's in a public setting as well, I think setting is everything. It's unfortunate that men have to think of all these things, which is probably why they aren't asking anyone out, but it's necessary because women are living in a very scary time at the minute. Men should be scared for women. And unfortunately, it's the good guys that suffer. I'm sorry about that. But there are ways around it. And, you know, yes, it should be equal 50-50, but I do think it's nice. Call me an anti-feminist, but I do think it's nice when a man asks a woman out. And it makes me sad that this just doesn't happen anymore. And if you do get asked out, let me know. Because maybe it is just me. But, like, from what I've read, seen, heard, experienced, women aren't getting asked out more, and obviously men aren't getting asked out. So anyone looking for a heterosexual relationship is suffering.
Can we talk about the downfall of dating? That dating pretty much like doesn't exist anymore. I don't know if this is something that's only happening like in my friend groups or like in my social media timelines, but when's the last time that you saw somebody get into a relationship? Like a relationship for a long period of time. When was the last time that you saw that? Because I'm not seeing it. There's no girlfriend, boyfriend going on in my world, or if so, then very, very few. But the whole dating culture is so backwards and weird and literally evil right now. Like, everybody operates out of pride, ego, and fear of getting hurt, holding on to this unforgiveness of what the last person did to them, so then they're going to treat you like that. Every woman I know, and this is no hate to my girls, but is stuck on their ex. What is that about? Why are we all stuck on men? Men are supposed to be stuck on us. This is not the way that it's supposed to go. Like, men aren't chasing women anymore. They fall back. Nonchalantness is through the roof. Every man thinks that they're future. Every woman wants to be fucking future too, honestly. And everybody is just operating out of like this fear that if I don't hurt this person first, then they're gonna hurt me, and then it's just a cycle, usually with the same person back and forth. But God forbid you move on to the next person, don't heal, do the same thing to them. Like, bruh, it's disgusting. Honestly, like, it's gross. It's not cute. We make fun content about it and stuff sometimes, but like, it's genuinely weird. Like, men and women hate each other. They hate each other. They want to hurt each other. Nobody wants to build. Nobody wants to grow. And you know what's sad is that people want to be in a relationship. Men want to be in a relationship. Women want to be in a relationship. We all want this, but nobody is willing to do the work of healing or of even just simply letting their guard down in order for a situation like that to come. And even if you do get in a relationship, congrats. 90% of the people I know are getting cheated on or are cheaters. Like, it's madness. It's really madness, and it's weird. It's insecure. It's gross. So I guess, I don't know, I'm gonna just be single for the foreseeable future. I know God got my husband on the way, you know. I'm willing to wait. I don't have a problem with being alone. I enjoy being alone, but just watching it as an outsider, honestly, and somebody who has been in this situationship culture, it's also stupid and pointless, and we're just hurting ourselves and healing, like, for no reason. Like, we went through all this, never even had a title. Like, what?
Dating is done for. Like it's been done, but like it's officially. I went on a date, not recently, but like a little while ago, and this girl was like, no man deserves me. I'm like, why? Because I'm an independent woman. I cook, I clean, I pay my bills. Ma'am, those are all things functioning adults do. Like, you didn't name anything out of the ordinary. So you deserve a high value man because you take care of yourself. You wipe your booty when you go to the bathroom. You pay your bills so that you can live. The bar is in hell. It is in hell and beyond. You don't deserve me. I pick up my kids after school. What? And when'd you get kids?